What's good, guys? It's your man Chef from Off the Dome back in with another video, and Happy New Year to you guys all. This is the first episode of the new season of The Fall Off, which I have other episodes of The Fall Off I've done last year that will be considered season 1. This is season 2. Now, today's episode is Keri Hilson, a woman who, needs to say, had a couple of big hits, some big splashes, a couple of good interviews, and eventually was left out to dry. Keri Hilson pretty much blew up in late 2006. She had The Way I Are and her own hit without Timbaland's help, You're Turning Me On, which featured probably one of the hottest hip-hop artists of all time at that time, Lil Wayne. He was huge back in 2008, 9, 10, and he built a name for himself. So Turning Me On with him also got him more clout and buzz. You don't really hear from Keri again until Love Knocks You Down with Kanye and Ne-Yo both featuring, which again, 2009 Kanye was huge. He just had Love Lockdown, Heartless go to the top 5. Heartless almost went to number 1, peaking at number 2. And of course, he had Swagger Like Us on the radio. That song. He had, the following year, he released My Dark Twisted Fantasy. So, needless to say, the dude was on fire. And that album before that, 808s and Heartbreaks, went platinum within 5 months with some of the biggest debut sales numbers. Then we go to her feature single, If I Got Your Back with T.I. And finally, the last thing we hear from Keri Hilson. And other than that, she basically is not talked about again for the most of the 2010s until now, when she talked about possibly releasing her album after all these years. You have Pretty Girl Rock. Now that we got all that out the way, what helped Keri Hilson fall off? One, I think it's because, she was always to me, she was the PG version of Sierra. She wasn't as sexual in her songs. She wasn't as huge as Sierra, but she had a couple of big hits to her name. 2, she always needed collaborators. Love Knock You Down without Kanye and Ne-Yo wouldn't happen. The Way I Are was Timbaland giving her a slot for success. You're Turning Me On. Better Recognize a Real Woman was a good hook, so maybe that was her. But Lil Wayne's cosign obviously got on hip-hop radio. I Got Your Back, obviously T.I.'s single. And Pretty Girl Rock, it's a body and female positivity single, which you don't have to be popular to make that a hit. I can name countless musicians in this decade who's done it. Nicki Minaj, Meghan Trainor, who's no longer relevant. Alessia Cara, who's no longer relevant. Katy Perry many times, who has had flop singles. We have Lizzo, who will not be relevant for majority of the 2020s. Just watch and see. So there's plenty of female empowerment anthems that get big, but the artist that makes it gets left in the past. And uncoincidentally enough, after that female empowerment anthem, I haven't heard a thing from Keri Hilson. I think she released No Boys Allowed. That was her last album, or that's the album she was supposed to release that never got released. I'm not sure. But all I know is since 2010, Keri Hilson has been MIA. And whether she tries to make a return or not with this new album she's trying to release this year or next year, but I heard it in Hip Hop Daily, and of course you see it on Hot Hip Hop News, and I saw it all over Instagram. A lot of people hyping up this album. That's why I thought to do her for my episode of The Fall Off, because I actually forgot about Keri Hilson until the other day I heard Love Knocks You Down, and I was like, that was a dope single. What happened to her? And she does makes appearances on reality shows, and she has had some buzz on social media. People do follow her, but other than that stuff, music-wise, it's having a hit single. It hasn't happened all decade, and it won't happen now. You can't go 9 years without charting at all and then suddenly chart. I know we're in an era of memes and vines. Maybe that could do it for her. I mean, Plies did in the 2010s. I never thought I'd see Plies chart in the 2010s. So, it happens. But, unlike Keri Hilson, Plies actually had 2 gold-certified albums before he fell off. So, he actually had a fan base of some sort. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. We got new videos for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is the last video in our series leading up to New Year's Day. We'll release a new video every day into New Year's Day. It may be dropping a little late. Sorry about that. But until next time, it's your man Chef. I'm signing out. Peace.